So yet another one of the big name players that were out there on the trade market have now been taken, and this one by the Winnipeg Jets. Kevin Hayes acquired by the Jets in exchange for Brendan Lemieux, a 2019 first-round pick and a conditional fourth-round pick. I believe it's 2019, and the condition is if the Winnipeg Jets win the Stanley Cup, then the New York Rangers get that pick, and there's a very good shot, that they could. They're one of the favorites, and I think Kevin Hayes is a huge pickup for this team, and it looks like they just didn't really want to give up any of their big-name prospects to get a guy like Mark Stone. They wanted to hold on to guys like Christian Vesalainen and Sami Niku because they think they're going to be huge parts of their future. So I like that move, and I don't really know where Mark Stone even would have fit in their top six and who he would have bumped down, and they really did need that second line center. Well, they didn't really need it, but it definitely would have, pushed them that much closer, kind of like it did last year with Paul Stastny. But Kevin Hayes is only 26 years old. He is an up-and-coming unrestricted free agent. It's going to be interesting to see if the Winnipeg Jets do decide to bring him back, because he could be a part of their future. He's only 26, but he probably is going to cost a pretty penny, and they do have to re-sign Kyle Connor and Patrick Laine and those guys. So I don't know if he's going to be a part of their future. This could just be a rental move, but I think it is a very good player to bring in. And now I feel like this kind of puts pressure on Nashville. San Jose made a trade, Winnipeg made a trade. Those are like the big contenders out there in the Western Conference. So it's going to be interesting to see if Nashville tries to counter this and, bulk up their roster too for the postseason run. And this year, Kevin Hayes, 51 games played, 14 goals and 28 assists for 42 points. And he's a +1 on a pretty bad New York team. And he's been a plus player throughout his entire career. He's very defensively responsible. He's a pass-first guy. He said on the phone call with TSN's Trade Center that he likes to get his players involved. He likes to make everyone better. He's a pass-first guy, and I think he's going to be huge, especially if they do try to play him on a line with Patrick Laine, unless they want to keep that top line Laine, Wheeler, and Scheifele like it has been the past 2 games. But I think that second line of Kyle Connor, Kevin Hayes, and Nikolai Ehlers would make the Winnipeg Jets one of, if not the best top 6 in the entire league. Now taking a look at what the New York Rangers got in return, obviously I think the big piece of the return is that 2019 first-round pick. Obviously it will be a late first-round pick because the Winnipeg Jets most likely will finish as one of the best teams in the NHL, but a first-round pick nonetheless, and usually you can get a pretty high-end prospect in the first round. Then the conditional fourth, like I said, that condition is if the Winnipeg Jets win the Stanley Cup, then the New York Rangers get the 4th-round draft pick, and then Brendan Lemieux, a 22-year-old prospect, he's a goal scorer. This year he has 9 goals and 2 assists for 11 points in 44 NHL games. He's 22 years old, so he can still develop a little bit, but I'm not sure he's a really high-end guy that is going to be a part of the New York Rangers' future. He definitely could be a solid top 9 forward in the NHL, in my opinion, and I think New York might hold on to him, and make him a part of the rebuild. He's had some good years in the American Hockey League. In the 2017-18 year, 19 goals and 24 assists for 43 points. He only played 9 NHL games last year and had 1 goal, but he's been pretty solid in the NHL this year. He's a goal scorer. He's a young guy, and definitely, giving him a situation where he's going to get way more ice time in New York, most likely. I definitely think he could really get that total up and really realize his full potential, because sometimes that's all it takes for players. A guy like Nick Patan on Winnipeg could probably use, a change of scenery, but nonetheless, I think it's a pretty solid return for the New York Rangers. You can never have too many draft picks or young players, especially when you're heading in a rebuilding direction. So honestly, I like this trade from both sides. I think both teams are really winners here. I think it really comes down to how big of an impact Kevin Hayes really plays for the Winnipeg Jets, and if he decides to re-sign, which I don't really see happening just because Winnipeg has, a really busy offseason ahead of them with the restricted free agents, but if he's a big part of their playoff push, I definitely think Winnipeg is the winner of this trade. So with that being said, I hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and make sure to let me know down in the comment section how you feel about this trade, especially if you're a fan of either team. So thanks for watching, and make sure to drop a like on the video if you guys enjoyed. I'll be posting trade videos the entire day, so put the notifications on, and I'll see you guys in the next video.